Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. 5 videos a day from the wall. 47-year-old woman leaves her husband and instantly regrets it. Please extra down below. I really appreciate that. Let's get that chow. It's chow time.
I don't know why everyone keeps staring at me today. Have I got something on my face?
Yeah.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see how a woman was deceived by her false empowerment. She left her husband for her social media, calling this man an abuser, only to later regret her divorce and the loss of her dream life as a millionaire. Before we begin, we want to thank you for being here. Your support means a lot to us. If you enjoy what you see, we invite you to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. We'd also love to hear about your experiences in the comments. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more people. Thank you for being part of our project. Let's get started.
And on today's episode of Another Woman That Has Now Regretted Her Divorce. Let's go.
Hey, it's Jenna. Recently divorced and kind of figuring out this new way of life. I was married for 23 years and with that person for 3 years prior. So for a total of 26 years of my life, I have been out of the game of dating, making friends, going out, and stuff like that as a single woman in her 40s. Yeah, I'm 47. So I've raised children. My children are adult children now. And it's kind of interesting.
I gotta admit, at 47, I don't know if it's the filters, the makeup, or whatever it is, she looks pretty good for a white woman at 47.
Interesting because it's so lonely at this stage in life after divorce, especially with older children, because you make all your friends when they're younger, or at least I did. I met my friends mostly through my kids' activities. I was a stay-at-home mom and I took them to practices, I went to school, all that stuff.
Hey, it's me, Jenna. Recently divorced and trying to survive this year.
She looks a lot worse than this one that she did earlier. She looks a lot older here.
I'm gonna be honest. The random things that trigger me are the craziest things. I'm sitting in my car, literally sitting in my car, trying to pull myself together because I did what any mom does, and I pulled an emergency drive to my daughter because she needed something and drove an hour because she's at college to drop something off. And was just so thankful that I could do it for her and fit her in my schedule. And
sounds like you don't have a job.
The littlest thing she said just triggered me. And this is the second time in a week that my child has triggered me without even meaning to. So we're getting ready to leave and she's like, well, I'll be home because I'm going to be at the Clemson Notre Dame game because Dad's going to take us all. You think that's nothing, right? Nothing, right? And it instantly, she instantly saw a switch in me. And she's like, what's wrong?
Jelly much?
And I'm like, nothing. Because, I don't talk about that stuff. I don't want her to worry. So last week she says, oh, well, Dad said for Christmas we're going to go to Gatlinburg and be there for the holidays and do Dollywood. That man never once ever went to Gatlinburg or Dollywood ever in his entire life before
Well, no shit. That's why he wants to visit there, you idiot.
he met me. That was where my family always went. I'm from Tennessee. That's something we always did. It was a bonding thing. And now that's what he's trying to do. It's like he's taken every single tradition I've ever done and now turned it into his. Everything I've...
Do you realize you made a tradition for your kids, right? So the kids are kind of used to it. And the father doesn't want them to feel different or shitty about it. So he's going to keep perpetuating the actual vacation for your kids so they can not feel different. But yet you just think he's stealing your stuff. No, he's trying to take care of the kids and make sure they're stable kids.
I've ever done. Now I find myself triggered because during the hardest time of my year last year, of me literally trying to stay alive, me dealing with all the craziness of my ex, the lying, the alienation, him calling me a whore, him having my children call me a whore.
Are you a whore?
Why? Not because I did anything bad, because I wore spaghetti straps and all that. And the only way that he could use
So you were dressing like one. Reasonable for him to assume.
My children against me was to say I was on social media.
Brothers, I have often said that women
Oh, so this is really a filter, isn't it? It is a filter that totally changed her face, because that last one, she looked nothing like this woman.
do not marry for love, but for a lifestyle. Another thing that women sometimes overlook when they divorce is what their lifestyle will be like after the divorce.
They never know this.
There is a universal law that says habit is stronger than love. This woman married a high-value man, apparently. She was surely the typical young, beautiful woman who marries a wealthy man. It seems she divorced this man because, like any high-value man, he set boundaries. Women don't like being limited because, as we all know, responsibility is kryptonite for women.
Yep.
She exchanged her family for living her life on social media. Now at 47, it seems she forgot that in the divorce,
I mean, if you're dressing scantily clad and you're on social media at such a rate when you're a wife and a mother, yeah, that's some pretty hoary actions.
she gave up the economic comfort that this man provided. She only planned trips and grand vacations without any headaches because her husband covered all expenses.
That's right.
Now she's angry because her husband, thanks to her, enjoys all those places, but she can't because she forgot that her lavish lifestyle was thanks to her husband, who lived it. She was
That's right.
a poor woman from a small town. I love karma. Let's see the next part.
I'm a photographer. I make silly TikToks. Honestly, I'll probably progress more with my TikToks because at first they were just pictures, but the more I was stressed, the more I hid in myself, the more I tried to survive, the more I took refuge in TikToks and
Exactly.
finding stuff that, resonated with me. And honestly, it's the way I realized what a covert narcissist was, or how bad my abuse was, or mental abuse, or financial abuse.
So TikTok told you and taught you that you were being abused and all of these things this whole time when you didn't even know about it yourself, huh? Were you really abused then, if you ever even knew about it? Or felt like you experienced it that way until someone told you different?
And all that stuff. Like, literally, TikTok has saved my life in so many ways. Who would think, Mom, we're going to Gatlinburg for Christmas, would trigger me? This man's had at least 3 vacations in the past year to, like, really nice places.
And you're
with
so
my children.
jealous.
At least 3 that I know of, because he has them lie to me. He has them outright lie to me about so much stuff. So who knows? God knows what they've done.
Because you're fucking upset and being a whore about it every time he takes the kids somewhere. So he doesn't want you to be upset and fucking take it on to the kids. So he's going to tell the kids, shit, if mom's going to be upset, don't let her know.
And then the holidays and all that. Now my triggers are, he gets to just go and take my kids to the Notre Dame and Clemson game. I wish I could do that. I can't afford to do that.
No shit.
Why? Because he screwed me.
'Cause you're broke.
He lied about owning a company. And there's ways to prove it. I'm trying to be happy and show my kids that, like, life can move on. But the triggers, the random fucking triggers that had me sitting in a Quick Trip parking lot trying not to cry. Why? Because my ex...
Because you're a brokey and your ex-husband can take care of the kids and provide the kids everything that you have always wanted to do, which you thought you can do after the divorce, and ended up you were brokey.
Has so much money. He makes more than $18,000 a month easily, or at least he did. He made almost $1 million the year before we divorced and then lied about it. He has all the money at his fingertips to do whatever he wants, to buy my children, take them on trips, take them on vacations. Why literally have the bare minimum
Why is it all of a sudden my children? They're his children too, you whore.
to pay my bills, on top of trying to restart a career because it was a hobby, because I was a stay-at-home mom. And now I sit here with the triggers. A fucking trigger because he's going to the club.
So you had no plans of working. You thought social media, TikTok was going to be your thing. You weren't getting paid for it already, and then it caused you to get a divorce, and now you're on it thinking that you're going to be rich and famous or something, but your husband is still famous, and I mean still rich, and he's still doing the exact same shit that he's always been doing. My man.
Notre Dame game with my kids. I can't just randomly afford that. Hell, I can't even get them all in the same room at the same time. So I sit here and I'm gonna get through this trigger. I'm gonna suck it up at her
Again.
foot, and I'm gonna move on.
This
But
big
it's not
crying.
fair. Like, it's not fair.
I'm lowering my voice and making it sound like I'm squeaking.
That's really all it is. Now, on to part 2.
Brothers, money makes the monkey dance. This woman doesn't miss her ex-husband or family trips. She misses her money, what it allowed her to do, the life she could live. Now she's upset because she has nothing from her abuser, because that man was so bad that he took her on trips and gave her a great life. But now that she's asked for a divorce, she feels cheated because she can't live the lavish lifestyle of her abuser. This man isn't harming her. He just wants to spend more time with his kids, create memories, take them on vacations. She's simply jealous because she doesn't have a life, because no one invites her out, because apparently even her friend she met when she was married has pulled back. Now she feels alone. But remember, she asked for a divorce from her abusive husband, whom TikTok supposedly saved her from, but TikTok apparently doesn't have money. This is why women make decisions without thinking and then regret them. Because she had a millionaire husband, a big house, good kids, nice vacations, but she let herself be influenced by feminism.
Yep.
She empowered herself, started to resent her husband setting boundaries, probably enjoyed the attention from social media, especially from the simps. She thought everything would be rosy if she divorced, but she realizes that her great life came with her husband, not from her own efforts. I love
Most wives, their lives come from their husbands. You know what I mean? Even if they're 50-50, most men are providing most of the luxuries out there because we have to pay most of the bills.
karma, but let's see what else there is to this story.
So tell me how am I not supposed to be feeling triggered or screwed? Because the reality, yeah, there's no doubt. I easily could make bank right now. I've heard it a ton. I can make an OnlyFans. If you knew how many offers
More power to you, whore. We knew.
I've had from men who literally say to me, oh, I'll take care of you. You know, just do X, Y, and Z, or be my...
You're so stupid. Women are so stupid. You really think men are going to take care of you and tell you they're going to take care of you? Are going to really take care of you like that? Especially when you first meet them? Or they're just DMing you? It's called trying to get in your pants.
My girlfriend, or marry me, I'll take care of you the rest of your life. I don't want that. I don't want to do an OnlyFans. I will not do an OnlyFans. Like, I have nothing against people do. Like, to each their own. I don't want to do that. I don't want my children to see that. I will not.
Then it's not an option, is it, you whore?
Not be with another man so that he can take care of me. Like, I didn't want that to begin with.
Shut the fuck up. You didn't want that to begin with, but that was your whole 20-something year marriage. It was you being at home and doing nothing.
I got married because I was in love and wanted to be married forever and wanted to build a family. I'm sure as hell not going to go with some man now just so that he can pay my bills. So when people say, how are you ready to date? Because this was a thing, he's ready to date too. Like, but I'm trying to just live and survive right now. So it's funny, I've been on like 5 different dates, like different guys, multiple dates with some of them, but only 5 dates, different guys I've ever been on dates. And you would think it would be a lot more. I'm just not that girl. Like, I'm just not that girl that's a serial dater. And
no, you're just not the girl that men want. That's why you're not able to serial date. And that's because you don't want to. It's because you're not able to. So stop lying to yourself, girl.
honestly, like, it's crazy. Like, I could do a whole TikTok on things I've learned now that I have to ask. Like, who knew that you had to ask, are you married? Do you have a girlfriend? Does anybody think you're married? Does anybody think that they're your girlfriend? Have you ever been with a man? Because if you've ever been with a man, I don't want to be with you. I don't care if you're bisexual or whatever, that's your thing. But no, I don't want to be with someone who wants to be with a man. Do you have a job? Are you a criminal? Do you do drugs? Like, it's amazing the list of stuff you...
Brothers, how beautiful karma is.
It is.
Here I'll highlight several things. You know, she doesn't miss her husband. She misses her lifestyle,
Yep.
her money. She's upset because she's realizing the reality that she has to pay her own bills now, which her husband used to take care of. Because what she's going through happens to thousands of women who decide to divorce. Most likely she had a single friend, or there were men wooing her, saying, "Leave your husband, come with me."
Yep.
She let herself be wooed by the simps, who would say anything to have a night of passion.
Easy peasy.
5 dates after her divorce, surely the men who were already divorced were wooing her. She thought that when she divorced, she would get all the money. Now she regrets it because she's left with nothing. Because
The man must have had a good lawyer to be able to like leave her with so little that she's struggling to this point.
the kids prefer to be with their dad. They're adults now and will go where there's money to solve problems,
True.
to provide vacations, not with the bitter and broke mom. Look at what she's thinking now. If she entered the world of the Blue app, she left a marriage to ride the carousel. But it's not the same at 20 as it is at 47 when no man wants to deal with an old, capricious single mother who would only be an expense. But brothers, look how she regrets leaving her abuser in the next video.
I don't know. I'm in a different stage today. Honestly, I literally...
All right, these filters are fucking me up. Like, she looks so different. I need to fucking educate myself on these filters better. God damn, am I being tricked this whole time?
have been having a great week, amazing week. And then all of a sudden today, my emotions, I had the craziest thoughts. And I wonder, does anybody else feel this way? Like, I feel like I'm in mourning of the life I thought that I was going to have.
Yeah, no
and I'm
shit.
kind of pissed at myself. I stayed in a marriage for 23 years and built up a family and my ex's career and everything. And we literally just got to where it was supposed to be everything we dreamed of. Like,
And then you
owned a
ruined it.
company, making, almost $1 million. And that was my breaking point. And I left it all. And I'm not a person that is about money, and I'm not a person who feels like they have to
Sure.
have like labels and name brands and all that stuff. But I really
Person with fucking name brand glasses right here.
have
Sure.
found that, like, I've kind of been in mourning of the, like, oh my gosh, like, I gave it all up. And I don't have a traditional career. I'm a photographer that in my marriage, it was made to be a hobby. So it wasn't like I had a 9-to-5 where I got 401, where I got steady income, all that. Yes, I market the crap out of my business. Yes, I'm an amazing photographer. And yes, I have so many amazing clients. They're great. But the reality was, like, everything was around my family. So when I chose to leave,
We got that right. When I chose to leave, everything was good, wasn't it?
I gave it all up, like, all up. And most people are like, oh, well, you should have got your end in court. No, South Carolina has some crazy, crazy rules. And I came out of a situation where I had been mentally abused, financially abused for 23 years. Like, I was gaslit for so long that when I finally
She probably didn't even know what gaslit was until she got on TikTok.
left, I had no clue that the worst was yet to come in the 1 year of separation. And so it's weird because I find that I just thought today for a split second, and
I just don't have the life I wanted. I thought I was going to be, half his money and be able to do what I want.
like, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I thought, I should have just stayed. It wasn't that bad. Like,
No
you made it
fucking
23
shit.
years. You made 26 years total. Your kids are like college and one's almost out of high school. Like, you made it. Like,
Pretty much.
it didn't matter at this point. They can do their own separate
Yeah,
life
no
and all that.
shit.
You made it to the point where you guys were making so much money and you had big houses and you could do whatever you want and you can.
Brothers, the wall doesn't forgive. It's that women first have to go through a tough time to realize that things aren't as they were told. Surely you thought, I'll leave my husband, take half of his money, make him pay me alimony, I'll go partying, live the life with the Chads, while my abusive ex-husband finances everything for me. But a man doesn't become a millionaire by being an idiot. Just as money gave you a good life, it can also pay for very good lawyers. And you thought your life would be super interesting as it was, traveling with the kids, but of course, selfishly if your ex-husband, because you're selfish. It backfired on you. First, you didn't take your husband's money. Second, there's no alimony. You're so dumb that you forgot your kids are adults. There's no child support to claim.
Yep.
You can't blackmail your ex-husband with your kids anymore. In short, you're left alone with a cat.
And the kids already love your husband more, it seems.
You can't access the places you used to go to because you don't have money, because you thought you were high society. That was your husband who allowed it. But you wanted TikTok, your savior from your abuser. Now you realize you have to work to pay your bills. It wasn't so bad. Where are the men who wanted to marry you? Brothers, let's see the last parts.
She was a millionaire. They were millionaires, living a pretty nice lifestyle. And what? TikTok made her feel abused? Like, what the fuck?
So you can see where it ended.
Had big houses and you could do whatever you want and you can relax. It wasn't that bad.
Yes, it takes time to build to that kind of lifestyle. You guys being close to your 50s, yeah, that makes sense that it took you that long to be able to live such an extravagant lifestyle and make so much money because you guys built it. You threw it all away.
And I literally just called my friend and I was like freaking out because like I'm the biggest person that keeps me back. Like I'm terrified. I don't have 401k. My counsel did not have my back. I was so traumatized when I got out and then terrorized for the next year that I couldn't even think straight to help
He didn't even do anything to you. You terrorized yourself.
the people that wanted to help me. It wasn't that bad. And the people I entrusted to help me didn't help me. And there's just timelines that you can't stop. And so it is what it is. And, you know, I'm 47 years old. It's not like I'm 25. But it is
No
terrifying.
shit.
Like, I could have stayed. I had a huge house. And all my bills were paid for. And I never had to think how they were going to get paid. My grass was cut.
But yet you were abused. Weren't you?
Well, not the last year of separation. But you know what I mean? All the basic things to keep the image up. And I gave up my entire image that I was trained to have for my family for 23 years. Like I was the stay-at-home mom and I made the image of we were the perfect family. I have beautiful children. They were dressed right. They, you know, did top sports like cheer and football and went to all that stuff. And I was, you know, the cheer mom and, you know, did all that stuff and then did photography on the side just to make money, to make ends meet while he built his career up.
She really wants to be that cool mom, doesn't she?
And I stayed long enough to just give it all up when it was like right there. Just walking through Home Depot hoping that Santa forgot a deal from the shelf.
Damn. You can't make this shit up. The wall doesn't forgive. Brothers. I love how karma works. Look where she is now, at Home Depot. The one who said she had men wanting to marry her.
Mm-hmm.
Women think life is always rosy. Look at how she says she lost her image. Of course, you don't have anyone to finance your lifestyle anymore. She's not interested in money. No way. The lawyer told her we can win and take everything. Friends told her we'll be there for you. But when push comes to shove, no one wants to deal with other people's problems.
Nope.
Now it hurts her because she doesn't have a 401k, doesn't have a career, has bills to pay. Surely the money she took from her husband is running out. Her kids went on to live their lives. Surely they want to be close to their millionaire.
I'm sure she got a good chunk, at least a decent payout if he's a millionaire. And yes, as much as she's saying that he hid the money and all that, she still should have gotten at least a couple $100,000.
Entrepreneur father, not their broke mother. And not that your ex-husband was an abuser. Now you see reality. Now you understand that that fantasy life was maintained by your husband's work, that you could never access that lifestyle through your own efforts.
Yeah, women start to forget this after a long marriage, that who actually provides that lifestyle, who actually provides the comforts in life.
Of course, you're a fool. You left a great life at 47 to go on adventures. Surely your single friends encouraged you, probably envious of you. And you, so dumb, believe them. You know what would be the greatest thing? If your ex-husband married a younger, more beautiful woman who could live the life you were living. So you can see her cry tears of blood. That's why I say they never appreciate what a man does for them until karma makes them pay for everything they did to their ex-husband. That's why I say the wall doesn't forgive.
Shout outs to the wall. Women, when you're married and you live such an extravagant lifestyle and you're a stay-at-home mom, do you not realize who provides all that for you? It ain't you. Please subscribe down below. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.